trying to get this watch play party started for you. For some reason, I'm able to load other people's videos and some of my past videos, but the one from today, I cannot for the life of me get it going. So I thought, what the heck? Let's have a little bit of fun here. And we'll just do a rebroadcast here tonight, 8:30 at night. And it's a great way to maybe wind down your evening if you want to get some ideas on how to connect with your market and be able to create referrals and repeat clients. So, for those of you that don't know me, my name's Elizabeth Morosco, and I am the owner of a small marketing agency that specializes in helping clients with event marketing strategies. And if you're watching in our Facebook group, Digital Marketing Strategies for Entrepreneurs and Nonprofits, I say hello to you and welcome, welcome. Earlier, we had one of our admins doing some tagging for this workshop that we're hosting. We typically don't tag in the group except for when we do workshops, and we do approximately 6 workshops that are free every year. And we do that as a courtesy because we assume the people that are following really want to have this information and they might not be able to always catch it. So through Facebook, it can get a little bit of overwhelming. So for those of you that there's one person that didn't like being tagged, and we appreciate your comment, but it's a strategy for keeping our community a little bit closer, especially for special events like this. So I hope you enjoy this little presentation I'm going to run through for all of you, and I hope that it brings some insight that can help you grow your business in a meaningful way. I would really love it if you have a chance and you come say hello to me, and in the comments, drop your business card, drop your links, drop your stuff. It's a beautiful time to be networking and helping each other grow with our businesses online. And this is the perfect thread to go ahead and drop your information. So I've enjoyed being able to reap some of the benefits of repeat clients and also having referrals. For me, this has been a key in being able to grow my company and doing some really fun things offline. And now I'm migrating into this online world for consulting. So it's yet another challenge and yet an exciting one. So with referral clients and repeat clients, the beautiful thing is it's because somebody loved their experience with you so much that they wanted to continue to keep it going. Now, in the online digital world, one of the advantages that you have is being able to create a super awesome community, and utilizing things like Facebook groups is a great way to keep staying in touch with people that are specifically interested in your type of products, goods, or services. So tell me in the comments, do you have a Facebook group? I would love to know. If you do, drop a link. Tell us a little bit about your Facebook group and maybe what inspired you to even get involved in starting that. So in terms of your business growing and being able to get these repeat and referral kind of clients, it all starts with one of the most important things. It's creating the best service and experience that you can while they are working with you. And when that happens, it is literally the golden version of advertising. And, PR is wonderful when media is talking about you. That's great. But when you have this personal referral, this is when you're able to almost have your validation, all of that stuff said by somebody else. And that's a really cool thing. So go above and beyond, trying to exceed their expectations, and it will pay off for you in the long run. After you get done with it, though, this is the thing, you guys, keep that conversation going. Find ways to keep in touch with them so they remember you, not only the positive experience, but you're in the forefront of their mind. Life gets busy. Things happen. If you have a car dealership and somebody buys a car from you And let's say that you remember their birthday, or you remember their, hey, your oil change is due, and you keep in touch with them. You're going to continually be somebody who, oh yeah, so and so, so and so. They're going to remember you. So do little things to build that community and stay in touch, and enjoy it. This is a personal relationship. When you get to the point that people are referring you, they have a personal connection, and you resonated so well in their mind, they're willing to say your name. And one thing that you can do that's a little bit playful, if you're still trying to build up that credibility, even in groups, you'll see some people that will say, hey, go ahead and drop a a link and share this comment and you'll get a prize or something like that. When somebody shares a link about your business onto their page, it's also validating, hey, this is a good source. I like this post or this information from this person. And then all of a sudden, guess what? You're being exposed to that person's community and sphere of influence, and that's beautiful. So for groups, you can do some fun things, create some incentives, start to make it a reason why they want to come hang out in your group. Are you doing a weekly video or podcast and sharing insight that they need? Are you making it fun? A while ago, I took a coaching session with this lady out in California, really bright mind, but one phrase I remember her saying is, when you're on Facebook and you have your groups, it's sort of like people just passing through. But when they come into, I'm sorry, with pages, it's like that. But when they come into your group, it's an entirely different thing. It's like your own private little party. So, make it fun and make it rememberable. This is another thing I think that is really important. Just reaching out and dropping a message. If somebody purchases something from you and you're one of these smaller entrepreneurs, that is an advantage that you have, being able to make a quick phone call or send a message and let them know that you're there for them. There's one nonprofit that I hold dearly to my heart, and one of the things that I really love when they send a letter thanking me for a donation or supporting what they're doing is all of these thank you notes are mass printed off of the printer. But what they do, the guy goes through, scratches off my name that's printed, and then just hand writes it. And it lets me know, hey, I'm not just another piece of paper that was spit out really quick. They took the time to say, hey, it was like that little thumbprint. So go ahead and try to make some things personalized and do it in a unique way. Now, the whole point of, Facebook groups and all these things that you're hearing about on the internet, like, you got to have a funnel. If you don't know what a funnel is, it's basically a way of collecting information and creating relationships with prospects and clients and the run of it, you're collecting their email, their phone number, their address. And as you develop that relationship further, the more little pieces of information they'll share with you willingly. And that's how you can keep the conversation going off of social media or even after a sales transaction. And it could be, a weekly or a monthly newsletter or dropping a text to your client. Let's say, for instance, if you're a golf course or a restaurant or so many different spots where you may have open time in your business where you need to get foot traffic in and it's a downtime. If you had a text list of all of your previous golfers, you could run like a blue light special, hey, come real quick. We've got these times open for, a 18 hole or 19 hole, and you get a discount. And that's better than letting it just sit there. Why not think ahead, collect this information, keep the conversation going. And when you reach out to them, reach out with fun incentives and things that are really cool. Do it in a fun way. So personal touch, that's one of the biggest things with referrals and repeat clients. It's about creating that personal connection. So monthly or quarterly, online and offline connections are incredibly helpful to this strategy. Remembering things like their birthday or when they maybe made a purchase with you or their wedding anniversary. It creates something that's unique, and it's not just a standard, I don't know, AI talking to you through Facebook. It's a real person, and that's what your clients are. They're real people. It's not a digital nothingness. So keep that in mind as you are, trying to find out, how do I get a repeat client? It's about staying in touch with them. And even things like a personal handwritten note in today's digital age, we just don't see that so much. I bet some of you would have your hand hurting if you had to start writing all the time. But imagine if you just took the time to write a personal handwritten note to let your client know how much you really appreciate them. And these become things that can help create this connection. I went out to this training out in Arizona. This was a couple of years ago, and it was focused on social media marketing and all that good stuff. But one of the things that they had arranged was before the attendees of the event came, the host of the event had sent out all of these different books that were relative to, what we were going to come and learn in Arizona. So I loved having somebody take the time and do that. It wasn't something that was in the package. It was a special gift. It was beautiful. And I think that having that tactile interaction, something that people can touch, makes it a little bit more real. And if you look at Russell Brunson with the ClickFunnels, One Funnel Away Challenge, they also mail out a box that has a book and an MP3 player and some other foo-foo stuff, including brochures. But having that physical object come created a connection where it wasn't just a digital something. It was something tangible that you could touch and see. So a couple of other things to just talk about really quick when you're doing marketing and really want to create this connection is keep that conversation going offline. And I want to remind you, print is very much alive and effective. And if you looked at the last political season campaign, there were tons of print pieces that you probably received in the mail of different people that you should support or whatever. I'm telling you, print is very much alive. And if you are trying to connect with your senior market, if that's a part of your industry or niche, I really want to caution you to not go into a complete digital marketing presence. It's vital to create a way to communicate with them on their playing field. And there are many seniors that are online, but not all of them. So this is something to be mindful for future reference. Are you connecting with them on the right market? Something I want to just, point out to you really quick. So often we keep talking about get more leads, qualified sales leads, get more. But the question is are you really servicing the leads that you already have? Are you going back through previous clients or even looking through the leads that are in your group or on your page? Or just looking to just get more for vanity's sake? So the numbers of how many people that you have in your group can definitely help increase your opportunity, but not always. Sometimes if you can have a very small group that are seriously focused on what it is that you have to sell, they're going to stick around. They're going to want to have more. And the question is are you neglecting them and constantly building something new for something else? So quick question I have for you, if you happen to come on, I would love to know, how often are you connecting with your existing and previous clients? Are you letting them know about different promotions and sales and things you have going on? And if you're not, it's something that you might want to consider. One thing that I can't really stand is I'll see some of these promotions like AT&T or so many, like new customers, you get just this price. But what about the existing customers? Why aren't they getting the promotion and the discount? So think about that. Do you celebrate somebody's, 5th anniversary that they work with you and you go above and beyond, it's something to think about. Your existing clients and previous clients are incredibly valuable. Continue to treat them a little bit, just a little bit better. They've already worked with you and you know what it's like. So, the whole purpose of funnels and building all of these sales leads and gathering all of this information is pretty much focused on helping you grow your business. The tools that you use, there's going to be different ways that you can customize, ways that you gather data and the strategies that you use. But the whole point is for building that business. But a couple of helpful resources along the way could be looking at some client database services like Salesforce, or a recent one that I discovered is called Group Track. I'm still learning that, but I have found it to be pretty incredible because you're able to identify potential leads or even your existing client, to remind you of where they're at in the stage of the sales process and so much more. But if you're not ready for that, that's okay. Even having an Excel sheet where you track out your leads and their contact information can help keep you on track. So start looking at accumulating a list of who are your previous clients and, keep it simple, but get it out in front of you. Look at it. Remind yourself. And, sometimes data, it's incredible. You can do great things, and content that you create can be inspiring and wonderful. But it's got to be able to have an end result in connecting with those sales leads. So, question that I have for you, real quick, before we keep talking about leads and leads and leads, let me ask you, how many sales calls or proposals are you even doing in a week? Are you doing something besides just posting great content? Are you reaching out to a prospect and asking them? And when I say reaching out, I'm not talking about one of these spammy message bots that doesn't have a purpose. It's got to be meaningful. And the whole point of me bringing it up is stop waiting for them to come to you. It's time for you to reach out to some of your past clients. Start looking at that Excel sheet or that client database that you have and finding out what are some ways that you can reach out to remind them of you and the great experience they had. And that's why I said to you at the very beginning of this presentation, one of the number one thing that you can do for repeat referral clients is give them an incredible experience the first time they work with you. And then go back, remind them. So for some homework tonight, what I want to suggest that you do is go back, identify some of your previous clients and ones that could benefit from some of the upcoming projects you have or any of your products, goods, or services, and start to map out a way to get them reconnected back into your cycle of working with you. Also, if you are not using Facebook groups, this is something I would really encourage you to do right away. And the reason why is Facebook groups are being preferred in the Facebook algorithm. And I do still advocate for having a Facebook page. I have a couple of them, and there's a lot of benefits to pages, including being able to look at the analytics and get a better understanding of how to move your actions in the future. So if you get a chance, you can go check out one of the pages that I own is, I don't own it, Facebook does, but one of my pages is Kudos Magazine. So if you get a chance, go check that one out. It's the magazine that I publish. It's focused on healthy, happy living. And anyhow, in any page, you're able to go into the background and get a better understanding of how things are performing on your end, and even being able to scope out some things that your competition or the market is doing and compare that to the way that your activities are playing out. So still be mindful of the page, but the advantage of the group concept is it creates that community online, and simultaneous to that, Facebook loves it, so they pump it up into the algorithm when you're doing a, like a live stream or broadcast. More people in the group are going to see it than necessarily the page will. So start checking that out and find a way to create a group that's going to be meaningful and helpful to your business structure. It doesn't necessarily have to be something that you've got to go blast content on there every single day. That's not what it's about. It's almost like your little inner circle community of people that you're trying to work a little bit closer with, and you're trying to understand, number one, if the client's a good fit for you, and at the same time, if you're a good fit for your client. And it's got to be a win-win situation for that whole thing to work out. But I am wishing you so much abundance and prosperity, including starting right with the existing market that you have. So get that cleaned up, fix it, and get ready for some prosperity to happen with already what you have. So I appreciate all of you coming back and tuning in. I apologize we weren't able to do an official watch party. We just did another fresh restream of this trading module on repeat and referral clients. So, but that happens with technology. So you roll with the punches, keep on learning and growing. So tomorrow I'm going to be coming online and sharing some insight with you on organic marketing. And I think it's one of the fundamental things before you're even running ads online, that you've got the organic part worked out. And then that helps you create ads that convert just a little bit better. All right. So you guys, at the end of the week, I'm going to also have a opportunity for you to be able to work with me a little bit closer, including some incredible packages that I've created specifically for business owners and business leaders like you that are serious about growing their business in 2021. So I hope you're able to join tomorrow. If you know other people that are struggling with their digital marketing, make sure that you give them a reference to this video or to a link at our Facebook group, Digital Marketing Strategies for Entrepreneurs and Nonprofits. All right.